Hello. Well, it's April now, and though when I look out of my window it's pouring down with rain, it's a little hard to realise that spring is actually upon us. And that means that the months are going by quite quickly now before you will need to submit your dissertation the first week in September. And of course, this is just for students who are registered for the dissertation unit this academic year. So hopefully by now all of you will have had contact with your supervisor. I know one or two of you have yet to submit or have your proposal approved, but really you do need to press on with that. At this stage, hopefully you are all starting to think about writing your introduction and background sections, and certainly to have sent a layout and a detailed time plan to your supervisor, which can be extremely helpful for both of you. Now I want to talk a little bit about writing skills today. Hopefully some of you, if not all of you, will have listened, and some of you took part in the webinar which Andrew Jones led for you on writing skills quite recently. And we've had some really positive feedback about the webinar and from students who have listened to the recording. So I encourage all of you to go and listen to that recording today. One of the things that I found when I first started to write a dissertation many years ago was that I had this belief that anything academic needed to consist of long sentences, to use big words, and to use a language that I wasn't particularly familiar with in my day-to-day life. Over the years, I've realised that good academic writing is not like that. In some subjects it might be, such as in humanities or in English literature, but in science, which public health is part of, we like to use or tend to use language which is more straightforward, more concise and more direct, and language which is generally nice, easy and undemanding for people to read. We don't want to make the task any more difficult for the reader than is necessary. Therefore, when you're thinking about your writing, don't try and develop writing that's complex or complicated. Use short sentences, use paragraphs that are neatly linked to each other, and remember to signpost, that is to tell the reader what and why you're going to be writing, and also remind them what you have written about in earlier sections throughout your work. We've also got access to a wide range of writing skills to help you with this work. Hopefully you have all looked at and started to use the university library's My Essentials Learning Skills, which includes links to some really amazing resources to help all of you with your writing, and particularly for students whose English is not their primary language. I know that many of you are perhaps feeling daunted at the prospect of having to write so much for your dissertation, but most students are in the same situation, and most students do pass their dissertation. So with some effort on your behalf, and if you put the time in, I tend to feel very positive towards the dissertations that we will then expect to receive. But of course you have to put the work in. It can be helpful to let people see your writing as you go along, particularly your supervisor, and early on ask them for some feedback on the writing that you've sent to them. Now there's another amazing resource that is available to you, which I only found out about quite recently, which has been opened up for distance learning students. And that is at the English Language Centre, or the Language Centre at the University of Manchester, now have a facility where you can send them a short piece of academic writing, and then they will then arrange to have a one-to-one tutorial with you, probably by Skype. During that tutorial you will receive some feedback from a language expert, and they will be able to give you some pointers, some ways in which you can improve your academic writing. So I hope this has given you a bit of inspiration and a bit more guidance about what academic might be about, and giving you some pointers to what resources and other help are available to you. Thank you.